Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that had its main proponents, such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Although Stoicism does not directly focus on financial matters, many of its principles can be applied to various aspects of life, including financial management, such as the problem of spending more than one earns, control over your actions. Stoics emphasize control over what is within our power in the financial context. This implies that we should have control over our spending and make conscious decisions to avoid spending more than we earn. Virtue over temporary pleasures. Stoicism highlights the importance of seeking virtue instead of succumbing to temporary pleasures. In the financial context, this can translate to resisting the urge to spend money on frivolous or indulgent things, prioritizing needs over momentary desires, acceptance of what cannot be controlled. Stoics advocate for the acceptance of what cannot be controlled. This includes accepting financial limitations and living within the available means, rather than overly worrying about external factors or material desires beyond one's control. Planning and moderation. Stoicism encourages the practice of moderation and careful planning. Planning a balanced budget and living according to it reflects the Stoic idea of living ethically and in balance. Appreciation of the present. Valuing the present is a fundamental idea in Stoicism. This does not mean neglecting the future, but rather avoiding excessive concern for what has not yet happened in the financial context. This can translate to avoiding unnecessary debt and living within current means. When addressing the problem of spending more than one earns according to Stoicism, it is essential to cultivate self-discipline, awareness of impulses, and moderation in financial choices. Remember that Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living a virtuous and wise life. Applying these principles to practical aspects of existence, including personal finances. When it comes to not saving or investing according to Stoicism, it is important to understand some fundamental principles of this philosophy. Material detachment. Stoicism teaches that we should not base our happiness on material possessions. Material wealth is considered external and should not be the primary focus of life. This does not mean we should not have money or thrive financially, but rather that we should not depend emotionally on these things. Acceptance of what cannot be controlled. A central teaching of Stoicism is the concept of Stoicism, accepting what we cannot control and focusing our efforts on what we can control. This applies to finances as well. The financial market is unpredictable, and there are many factors we cannot control. Stoics emphasize the importance of accepting market fluctuations without letting it affect our inner peace, living according to virtue. For Stoics, the primary goal of life is to live according to virtue. Financial decisions should be based on ethical and moral principles, rather than solely seeking maximum profit. Investing in companies or practices that go against these ethical principles may be seen as incompatible with the Stoic way of life. Learning to live with little. Stoicism encourages simplicity and moderation. The unrestrained pursuit of material wealth is viewed as a distraction from what truly matters in life. Therefore, not saving excessively or constantly seeking enrichment may align with the idea of living a simpler and more meaningful life. Preparation for adversity. Stoicism values preparation for adversity. Instead of accumulating wealth to ensure a comfortable life, it is more important to develop the ability to deal with the ups and downs of financial life and be prepared to face challenges. In summary, Stoicism suggests that the relentless pursuit of material wealth is not the path to a fulfilling and meaningful life. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of living according to ethical principles, accepting what cannot be controlled, and cultivating virtue as a guide for financial decisions. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is the emphasis on internal control over external circumstances, promoting serene acceptance of what cannot be controlled and focusing on virtue and wisdom. When it comes to ignoring a budget according to Stoicism, this idea can be related to the attitude of detachment from external things and the concentration on internal virtues. Here are some ways to interpret this. Material detachment. Stoicism suggests that we should focus on what we can control, and budgeting often relates to material and financial aspects. Ignoring the budget can be seen as a practice of detachment from excessive concerns about money and material possessions. Instead, Stoics recommend focusing on virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, acceptance of circumstances. Ignoring the budget according to Stoicism can also involve serene acceptance of financial circumstances. This does not mean neglecting financial responsibilities, but recognizing that even when facing financial challenges, we can maintain inner peace and seek ethical solutions. Appreciation of the present. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of the present moment. Ignoring the budget can be interpreted as avoiding excessive worries about financial future and, instead, valuing the present by focusing on what is within our reach now. It is important to note that ignoring the budget should not be interpreted as an excuse for irresponsible financial behavior. Instead, the Stoic approach suggests balancing financial management with a broader perspective and focusing on fundamental virtues. This philosophy can help cultivate a more resilient and tranquil mindset regarding life's financial pressures. Although Stoicism does not directly address financial issues, many of its principles can be applied to modern situations, such as excessive indebtedness, control over what is possible to control. Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on things within our control. In the context of indebtedness, this means concentrating efforts on effectively managing finances, such as controlling expenses, avoiding unnecessary debts, and creating a solid budget. Acceptance and adaptation. Acceptance plays a crucial role in Stoicism, accepting the current financial reality, even if it involves debt, is the first step to overcoming the problem. Instead of lamenting or excessively worrying, Stoics suggest adapting to the situation and taking constructive steps to improve it. Self-discipline and self-control. Stoicism highlights the importance of self-discipline and self-control applied to indebtedness. This implies resisting impulses of excessive spending, adopting responsible financial habits, and avoiding the accumulation of non-essential debts. Material detachment. Stoics teach that happiness should not depend on material possessions. Applied to indebtedness, it means recognizing that accumulating debt in pursuit of material goods may not bring lasting happiness. It is essential to separate the pursuit of material wealth from true well-being, virtue, and honesty. Stoicism values virtue and honesty. In the financial context, this implies acting ethically and responsibly in all financial transactions, being honest with oneself about the financial situation and seeking ethical solutions to deal with indebtedness is crucial. Resilience in the face of adversity. Stoics believe in the importance of resilience in adversity. and dealing with indebtedness, it is crucial to cultivate emotional resilience, seek constructive solutions, learn from challenges, and maintain a positive mindset to overcome difficulties. While Stoicism does not provide specific financial solutions, its principles can guide individuals to approach excessive indebtedness with a more balanced, ethical, and resilient mindset. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy with prominent figures like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. This philosophy aims for inner tranquility and wisdom in the face of life's challenges, emphasizing control over one's emotions and acceptance of what cannot be changed. In the Stoic context, investing in education and personal development is seen as crucial for achieving a virtuous life and a balanced mind. Stoics believe that knowledge is a powerful tool for developing mental and emotional skills that help navigate life's challenges more wisely and serenely. The lack of investment in education and personal development, from a Stoic perspective, would be considered a neglect in the cultivation of wisdom and virtue. Here are some Stoic principles related to this theme. Self-discipline. Stoics place a high value on self-discipline in the pursuit of knowledge and personal development. The ability to control one's impulses and dedicate oneself to continuous self-improvement is viewed as a fundamental virtue. Reason and logic. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of reason and logic as guiding principles for decision-making. Investing in education helps develop critical thinking skills and the ability to make informed decisions aligned with Stoic ethical principles. Acceptance and resilience. Learning to accept things that cannot be changed and developing resilience in the face of adversity are central tenets of Stoicism. Education provides the tools to understand and navigate challenges, fostering a resilient mindset. Virtue as the ultimate goal. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from the practice of virtue. Investing in education and personal development aligns with this philosophy. By fostering the cultivation of virtues and living in accordance with ethical principles. Preparation for adversity. Stoics value preparation for life's challenges. Investing in education not only provides knowledge, but also equips individuals with the mental and emotional tools necessary to face uncertainties and adversities. Focus on personal growth. Rather than relying solely on external circumstances, Stoicism encourages individuals to focus on continuous personal growth. Education is seen as a means to expand one's understanding, skills, and virtues, contributing to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In essence, Stoicism suggests that neglecting investment in education and personal development is contrary to the pursuit of a virtuous, balanced, and meaningful life. These investments are regarded as essential for cultivating the wisdom, self-discipline, and resilience necessary to navigate life's challenges with conscious and serene deliberation. Stoicism teaches that the relentless pursuit of external possessions and circumstances is not the path to true fulfillment. Instead, it encourages individuals to focus on the development of internal virtues, acceptance of the present moment, and the pursuit of wisdom through continuous education and personal growth. The Stoic approach to impulsivity is deeply rooted in its ethical views and the quest for inner tranquility. Control of emotions. Stoics believed in maintaining control over emotions. This involves the ability to resist being dominated by immediate emotional impulses, such as anger, fear, or excessive desire. Differentiation between what can and cannot be controlled. A fundamental Stoic idea is the distinction between things we can control and things we cannot. Impulsivity often rises when we focus on things beyond our control. Stoics advise directing attention and energy toward what can be influenced, such as our attitudes and actions. Practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a crucial tool in Stoicism for dealing with impulses by cultivating awareness of the present moment. Stoic practitioners can observe their impulses without automatically acting on them. This provides an opportunity for evaluation and conscious choice. Reflection before action. Before acting impulsively, Stoics recommend conscious reflection on the consequences of our actions. This involves considering whether an impulsive response aligns with our values and long-term goals. Acceptance of fate. Stoics emphasize the acceptance of what cannot be changed. Accepting fate reduces frustration and impulsivity associated with trying to control events beyond our power. Detachment from excessive passions. Stoics caution against excessive attachment to passions and desires, as these can lead to impulsive actions. Cultivating a state of emotional indifference toward external things helps maintain inner stability. Willpower training. Stoicism is often seen as a training of the will. This involves developing the ability to resist harmful impulses and act according to rational principles even when emotions are tumultuous. Stoicism provides a set of principles and practices for cultivating inner calm and resisting harmful impulses. By focusing on what is within our control, practicing mindfulness, and reflecting before acting, Stoics seek to promote a more deliberate and rational approach to life. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is the emphasis on control over what we can influence and serene acceptance of what cannot be controlled. In the context of relying solely on employment, Stoic teachings can offer valuable perspectives, distinguishing between what can and cannot be controlled. Stoics advocate focusing efforts on what is within our direct control. In the context of employment, we can control aspects such as our effort, work ethic, and skills. However, we cannot have complete control over employer decisions, market conditions, or unexpected events. Detachment from external things. Stoicism teaches not to emotionally depend on external circumstances, such as jobs, salaries, or social prestige. Instead, cultivating an attitude of detachment toward these things, recognizing their transience, and being aware that they are beyond our complete control. Cultivating virtue regardless of circumstances. Stoics value the pursuit of virtue as the highest good. This implies acting ethically, justly, and wisely irrespective of external circumstances. Even in a challenging work environment, a Stoic would strive to maintain integrity and virtue. Acceptance of impermanence. Stoicism acknowledges the transient nature of all things, including jobs. Accepting the impermanence of situations can help reduce anxiety and fear associated with exclusive dependence on a job. Preparation for adversities. Stoics emphasize preparing for possible adversities and mentally equipping oneself to face challenges. Rather than accumulating wealth for a comfortable life, it is more important to develop the capacity to cope with the ups and downs of financial life. In summary, Stoicism offers a pragmatic and virtue-centered approach to dealing with dependence on a single job. It encourages the pursuit of personal excellence, detachment from external circumstances, and serene acceptance of the transient nature of Professional life. Focus on personal development. Instead of solely relying on current employment, a Stoic would concentrate on continuous personal development. This involves enhancing skills and knowledge, increasing professional value, and creating a safety net in case of career changes. Among the prominent Stoic thinkers, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius stand out. Stoicism aims to achieve inner tranquility and wisdom in the face of life's challenges, emphasizing control over emotions and acceptance of what cannot be changed. In the Stoic context, investing in education and personal development is considered crucial for achieving a virtuous life and a balanced mind. Self-discipline. Stoics place a high value on self-discipline in the pursuit of knowledge and personal development. The ability to control one's impulses and dedicate oneself to continuous self-improvement is considered a fundamental virtue. The lack of investment in education and personal development, from a Stoic perspective, would be viewed as neglecting the cultivation of wisdom and virtue. Here are some Stoic principles related to this theme. Reason and logic. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of reason and logic as guiding principles for decision-making. Investing in education helps develop critical thinking skills and the ability to make informed decisions aligned with Stoic ethical principles. Virtue as the ultimate goal. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from the practice of virtue. Investing in education and personal development aligns with this philosophy. By fostering the cultivation of virtues and living in accordance with ethical principles. Acceptance and resilience. Learning to accept things that cannot be changed and developing resilience in the face of adversity are central tenets of Stoicism. Education provides the tools to understand and navigate challenges, fostering a resilient mindset. Preparation for adversity. Stoics value preparation for life's challenges. Investing in education not only provides knowledge, but also equips individuals with the mental and emotional tools necessary to face uncertainties and adversities. Focus.